What's going on, collectors? Optical 20 back for another video review. This time it's not a figure but a Pro controller for PlayStation 4, and if you're wondering why I haven't been uploading a lot of videos lately, you can blame Modern Warfare for that. You know, ever since it came out, I've just been busy, and now I'm just looking for game peripherals, and this is one thing that just caught my eye. Scuf Vantage 2 from Scuf. They're a company who makes pro controllers for, I guess, pro players. Not that I'm a pro player or anything. Just to give you a backstory, I just have a lot of credits, trading credits at GameStop, so I decided to buy this guy right here. So for anyone wondering, this is not cheap. It's $200, but you know, I like I said, I have a lot of credits. Plus, I sold a Hot Toys figure, and the figure was like, hey, you know what? Might as well buy one. Now, the reason I did buy this is I haven't gamed in a while, and when Modern Warfare came out, this is one of those games that I really love, and decided to jump on it. And I've been dying a lot, and I've seen some players who are like just running and sliding and gunning me at the same time. So I asked my friend, I was like, how are they doing this? It's like, are they like hacking or something? They were like, no, it's most likely a pro controller, which you can not bind, but you could use extra buttons or whatnot to help you out on certain situations. So I was like, you know, I love the game. I spent so many hours on it, so might as well, you know, take a look at it. I have some, you know, credits to burn, which is I did. And I've been using this for, I would say, a month now. And it's great, man. It's highly recommended, and you can see from the unboxing right that I'm doing, it comes with this nice two like chocolate bars sort of thing. It says customize your experience, which you could. And now Scuf has a lot of accessories on their website. You know, you can buy face plates for your controller or different buttons or you know, sticks and whatnot. It does come with its own set, so you don't really need to buy one, but if your heart desires to, you could. So what it does have is in this nice little box right here, it has different types of sticks. You know, the left stick and the right stick, it's concave. This one is a bit smoother. You can replace the digital pad to something more like a stick for arcade games, and you can store them in this nice little pill looking, you know, container right here that says Scuf. So you can take all that out and insert that in this pill box right here, so you can bring them anywhere you go, because it does, if you've seen earlier the unboxing, it also comes with a nice mesh case for the controller. So if you're traveling, which is we do lately, because me and my buddies are playing Modern Warfare, so we're doing some LAN action. That's why I dig up the good old trusted G155 that you know, my eyes were hurting the other day because the screen is so small, and it was just terrible screenplay nowadays. But yeah, as you can see, the manual with the other plastic right there comes with a manual and some stickers for swag right there. So now this is the controller. It says Vantage 2. The one that says Vantage 2, it's actually touch bar. So if this is, you're doing this in a wired environment and you want to insert your headphones or whatever, you could. So that's a pretty neat feature right there. The controller itself is more of a reminiscing of an Xbox 360 controller or Xbox One, which is great because I always thought that controller is better than PS4 because it's bigger, and the stick layout is their positioning is better. But this is what makes it different. This paddles right here. As you can see, it comes with 4 paddles. You can remove them if you want to, or you can, you know, keep it in there, but they're essential. This is what you're buying this controller for, because it gives you extra buttons basically, and use your other 4 fingers that are just typically just laying on the back. And you can see there's also an S2 and S1 on each side, which is programmable as well. So this is how you would hold this controller. So you hold them, this is a typical controller, how you hold them. This is the back side. So those fingers are actually working. Your index finger or even your pinky, you can rest them in here. So if you are jumping, like on mine, on the left hand side, I program it to jump, and on the right hand side I program it to, you know, to dock. So that's a circle, so I can do a slide motion without doing the claw. So for anyone who's been gaming first person, you know what the claw means, and I'll demonstrate that to you later. So this is a comfortable way of doing it, and you can see the R2, you can change the R2 and the L1 as well, but there's also a switch here that you can toggle so the distance is shorter. So when you meet somebody face to face, for example, when you press R2, instead of you pressing it all the way down, you have a distinct advantage because of the response time, because it is much shorter. And then the L1 is L2 as well. You can program all those too, and you can even there's a device like a screw type of thing which you can screw it so it would travel so much shorter. Now this is a regular controller for PlayStation 4, and as you can see, if you are, this is called the claw. So what happens is when you jump, the circle, and then the X is jump. So if you're trying to jump and shoot at the same time, yours would look like this, and your L2 is your middle finger is now holding the R2 to shoot. A little bit uncomfortable, you know, and you might develop some arthritis when you get older. But so I'm left-handed, so my right stick is actually my look, so it's a little bit better for me. But for right-handed people, that's a challenge. Now you don't have to do it with Vantage too, because what happens here is, so this is, you're moving around and you want to jump. You know what you're gonna do? You just gonna, you know, instead of doing your claw, you can do the sides if you want to jump, or a reload in here, so you don't have to remove your finger. Alright, you guys, so you see the pros and cons of this controller. I really do love it. Now it's up to you to decide whether it's worth $200 or not. I do play a lot lately, and especially for first person shooters. I don't know if you play Fortnite, I don't, but my buddy attests that this is really great because you could build and, you know, do other things at the same time. Now I can only attest for Call of Duty, this is great. I don't even know how I'm jumping back then because, you know, technically you should like claw your way onto it. I've been using this for about a month now, and I love it. I absolutely love this one. Now, the only downside to this controller is the price. But if you play, let's say, an hour or two a day, I play mostly an hour, maybe sometimes two, depending on if the kids go to sleep early. I think it's worth it. I honestly think it's worth it. Now, my game improved. Now, this is not a magic, so it's like doing a steroids. Yes, if you take steroids, you still have to lift the weights. So now you still have to be good at game, but this would give you a good advantage because of those extra paddles and the customization. Now, if using this button, I can switch weapons right away. But does it give you an advantage? Absolutely. Is it worth $200? It's up to you to decide. If you're just playing sports games like Madden or NBA, I don't think this is right for you. But if you do any, you know, shooters, first-person shooters and all that stuff, this would be a good controller. Now, for $200, it's worth, you know, like one of these hot toys. So, for me, it's a no-brainer. I use this a lot. I hold this every single day compared to these guys who just sits on a shelf. So, would I recommend it? Absolutely. If you just imagine if you just play once a day, this would be like $1 if it's only a year that you use it. Hopefully this would be compatible for PlayStation 5. That's my only concern for this one. Maybe a firmware update depending on how drastic PlayStation want to change their controllers. You know, if they want to put like a screen in here, I don't know. But for first person shooters, if they can patch this and I can squeeze another year out of this on a PlayStation 5, you know, I think that the price tag is worth it. So let me know what you think about this controller. Let me know in the comments section. Are you gonna pick up one? Still deciding, because they have one that's Modern Warfare. It's $20 more, and the customization that you can do with this controller is just unbelievable. So yeah, let me know in the comments. Give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so, and I'll see you guys in the next video.